Have you ever woken up in a completely new country and felt like anything is possible? It's just like the world has pressed just this big, gigantic red reset button. And the only thing that matters was what you decided to do now. That's the power of mornings when you decide to travel. What if you could bring that same energy into every single Monday, into every new week? No matter where you are in the world. Hey guys, this video is for the traveler and the dreamer and the person that's trying to rebuild this discipline after life has knocked them around. Because I know I've been there a lot. Well, you guys know I was in the military. Discipline was something that we had to have through anything that happened. So today I want to show you guys how a travel style morning routine can actually make you stronger and more focused, and who knows, maybe even make you a little more fearless. Before we get into it though, guys, if you like the video, hit that like and subscribe button. Liking and subscribing is the best way to support the work that I do, and it ensures that I can continue to make videos like this for you guys. And let's push for 1K subscribers. All right, let's go. When you're abroad, and I've noticed this since living in the Philippines, mornings feel very sacred, especially in places where there's beaches and the sunrise is just so beautiful, and you wake up with this light and you're hearing the sounds of nature and you know, sometimes cars if you're in the city, I suppose, but you know, you're hearing all these new sounds, you're seeing all these new sights. It's just beautiful. There's this internal drive to go explore. And that's what I love about the morning times, actually. That's something I absolutely love about the morning times. Since I've been here in the Philippines, actually, I've always liked the morning times because the morning time, you know, you feel refreshed, you feel ready to go. I usually wake up right before the sun rises, well, about 30 minutes before the sun rises. You know, I'll make a cup of coffee, maybe drink some water, drink some coffee, and I start to go for a run as the sun's rising. It's amazing. However, listen, here's the truth. You don't need a plane ticket to another country to even start living like this. All you need is the intention, the drive, the discipline to do it. A strong morning routine, it'll set your mindset. It'll regulate and give you more energy, and it'll build momentum for everything else for the rest of the day. It's especially true to do this kind of stuff on Mondays, because that'll set not just that day, but it could set the whole week. What I like to call this the traveler's morning routine. But you can do this anywhere. But just because I call it the traveler's morning routine doesn't mean that you have to be traveling. However, you can do this anywhere, and it's really good for traveling. And if you are traveling, you can do this in hostels, in Airbnbs, in apartments. You can do it in your bedroom. You can do it in hotels. You can do it anywhere. These routines are really good to set the stage for your day and get you going on the right direction. If you guys knew anything about me, I'm a very energetic, happy-go-lucky person, especially in the morning time. I love the morning time. It's just something about it that gives me energy naturally. I also like the nighttime if I'm drinking, I guess. But I'm definitely more of a morning person. But one of the things that I like to do, and some of y'all might do this, some of you might not, but wake up with the sun. That's something I absolutely love to do. Or right before the sun rises, I wake up, get some coffee, get some water in me. I go for a run as the sun's rising. And actually, I learned that in the military. That's something that we did in the military. One time when I was in Fort Huachuca, we started a run almost right before the sun really started to rise. It was an hour-long run, roughly. They timed it so good. They timed it to where at the end of the run, as we were running back to get to the end, we could see the sun rising. It was actually really beautiful. Things like that I remember because I loved it. Of course, I also like the desert. Fort Huachuca is a desert, so you know. But there is something ancient and something powerful in this. You know, because our ancestors, they saw morning time as a very sacred time. It was a time to start getting up. It's a time to start harvesting. And we still have that connection with our ancestors. There's still that survival mode within us that's, we got through evolution. So I'd suggest waking up when the sun does. Remember, the sunrise, it's a gift. You woke up early, use it, get that energy from it. Another thing you want to do is move your body a little bit. Don't just sit down on the computer or lay in bed. 10 minutes of movement can rewire your brain. It's something that, again, I definitely learned in the military. If you're laying in bed, it's easy to just lay there in bed and not do anything. That's easy. But once you get up and you start moving around, it gets your brain into that mode. It's time to wake up. It's time to get up. And you start to move around. You start to, you're getting ready. You're ready to go. Instead of just laying in bed for hours or whatever, get up, move around, and let your body know it's time. It's time to get up. If you want to, go to the gym. If you don't have a gym, go for a run, go for a walk. If it's raining outside, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, do something, some lunges, anything. My way of doing it is unless it's raining. If it's raining, I don't. But if it's not raining, I will run. I'll go for a run. Kind of a mix of a run and a walk. I run about 1.5 miles and I walk about 2.5 because it's 4 miles altogether. I think it's 1.5 miles I run. I don't know. I haven't really measured it, but that seems about right. But try to do something like that. Just get up and move around a little bit. Don't just lay in bed, because you'll never get anything done. Here's something that I caution on this a little bit, because I don't want you to think that this is something you have to do that completely changes the way you think. I hate when people think like this, but something that I do personally is I do something that challenges my brain. Like for me right now, I'm trying to learn Bisaya, which is really hard because all the apps teach Tagalog. Tagalog is nice in the Philippines. Everybody speaks Tagalog, but where I'm at, the main language is Bisaya. So I'm trying to learn Bisaya. That's something that I've been doing for the past few months. Every morning gets my brain going. I also try to do a little bit of homework as well. And there's the recommendations, some people recommend, and this is why I wanted to be careful with that. Some people recommend taking cold showers and things like that. I'll be honest with y'all, I don't have hot water here in where I live in the Philippines. It's cold water. I've not noticed any difference whatsoever in productivity because I'm using cold water now. Those who know me know that when I shower with really hot water, like so hot that my skin will turn red. The cold water, the only way it boosts my productivity is I want to hurry up and get the fuck out. I want to get out because it's too cold. I don't want to deal with it. Other than that, it's not done. It's not this big magic thing that everybody says it is. It's not done anything for me. It's up to you. You can also spend some time meditating or journaling. Meditation can get very uncomfortable, but it'll help you center yourself and calm yourself for the day. I would recommend that if for those of you who are Catholic, if you want to do meditation, just pray the rosary. That helps a lot. Something else, not just to make yourself uncomfortable, but also try to feed your brain with something. Give it something to ponder upon. Maybe read some books, listen to some podcasts, watch something educational. Give your brain something to ponder upon that can better your life. Now, I will say that don't just be reading books just to be reading them. It's all great and everything to read the coolest astrology book. Astrology is a bunch of BS. It's not real. You're just wasting time at that point. Find something or listen to something, read or listen to something that will benefit your life. And don't just do it just because it sounds cool or you just want to get it done. Because it's just not worth it, people. It's not. Something I would also recommend is having a vision for yourself. Now, I have a professor in the real world who gave us a prompt. He taught us a lesson, and he told us to take 5 things that we learned from the lesson and put it into a prompt into ChatGPT, and you tell ChatGPT to turn this into like a code of conduct that you can read every day. And I read that every day now. And that's kind of my vision of who I want to be as a person. And I recommend doing something like that. Listen to lesson about how to better your life or something. Take 5 things from that, put it into ChatGPT and use a prompt like, these are the 5 codes of my life. Turn this into something I can read every day, kind of like a code of conduct or something like that. That is something you'll want to do. You'll want to have that vision in your mind to remind you of who you are, what you want to get done in your life. It'll set the stage for how your day should go. I just started doing that last week. It's something that we just learned about last week, and it's really nice actually. And I read it every morning. Every morning before I go on my walk, while I run, I'll read it. So then what about my friends who might have a little bit of ADHD or something like that, where they feel like routines get boring? Because routines do get boring. It can be boring to do the same thing over and over every day. And I can understand that. There are some people who hate routines. And especially if you're a traveler or you're creative or someone who's been through a lot of chaos, you're used to that. Having this set routine is hard to deal with. But there is a secret. A good routine does not cage you. Instead, it frees your mind so your soul can roam. Because your mind controls everything. It controls your body, it controls your soul, your mind controls it all. And if you can get it into a routine where it feels safe, it can let go of the chains that it has bound to your soul and your body. And that's not easy. It's not, but it's very possible and it's very doable. This isn't about becoming a machine. This is about becoming ready, to be ready to explore, to be ready to lead, to be ready to love and to forgive yourself. That's what this is about. This isn't about caging yourself up. And so don't think about it like that. That's not what you want a routine to do. And that's why these routines, not like really hardcore routines like what I had in the military. They're a little more liberal and you can do different things because you don't need to be caged. But you do need to be able to get your mind in a state where it'll be okay so it can let your soul, let your body do its thing. Here's what I recommend to do this week. Try some of these routines, even if it's just one, and do it for a few days. Do it for a week. See if it does anything to better your life. See if it does anything to better your mood or anything like that. See if it can help you in any way. Let me know in the comments. Let everybody know, which routine are you going to do? Which routine are you interested in? And then, let us know how it goes in a week. I'm not going to say that your whole life is going to change, but it's a step. It's a step in the right direction, especially when you want this energy in the morning time. It feels amazing. My recommendation is to go for the run. I'll walk and run for 4 miles. I don't recommend going that hard, that fast. And I also carry 5 kilos on my back. I don't recommend that for everybody, but try some. You never know. You won't know until you try it. And you guys, if this video has helped you out any, or it's made you think about your mornings differently, remember, hit that like button and subscribe if you want. I try to make videos every Monday through Friday, and I really enjoy making the videos. Hitting that like and subscribe button helps me to keep doing that. Let me know if you need anything. If you need any help with these routines, just let me know. Send me a message, send me a comment, And remember, wherever you are in the world, just start strong. The world isn't waiting for you. It's already moving. So get up and move with it. And with that, guys, remember, all of you are valuable and all of you matter. God bless.